What's up, what's up? Welcome to another episode review of The Office. With The Office, seriously, I've been waiting. Seriously, why am I saying seriously so much? Because this was so fucking good. We have season 2, episode 8, performance review. I've been waiting for this episode. Why? Not because it's an episode, it's because we're moving further. The Office, beginning season, my issue with The Office is, as I've said, the whole Jim Pam thing. It's not that the whole Jim Pam thing, I'm wrong. It's not about that, it's how little it feels. And sure, it's supposed to be a part of paper company, so automatically it's small. But when you watch this 9th season, you realize how big of a universe it is. It's not about the paper company, it's about the people working in the paper company. And it's kind of crazy because one of the first things Michael Scott says is about the people living here, and he was right all along. So once again, might be his goofy character, but he was right. The episode is performance review. I don't need to explain what is a performance review. We got these employees and they're being reviewed, but we also had the last episode where Michael slept with his boss, and it seemed like she doesn't like him back, and he falls in love with her. So again, Michael, as this self-centered person he is, puts the performance, and we see Pam with the very first performance review, and he's in a bad mood because he doesn't feel like Jan helped him. So the general message around the office is help him out with Jan. You'll have a good situation. Luckily for Michael, Jen is gonna come to the performance review, so Michael puts all the stuff. He takes on a call it, like a suggestion box, and it's always about him like not being a good person, being selfish, thinking. So it's kind of cool because he was hoping that they would make him look good in front of Jan, but not. And also, what is cool is when they are talking about suggestion box, we get to finally get the light on possibly why The Office exists. The movie, the documentary, yes, it's a show, but the documentary, we don't know why they're filming this paper company. But in this episode, we might learn why, because one of the ex-employee commented yeah, when you do like this, you burp. That's a common law. And yeah, so we get to learn that one of them committed the unthinkable act, and that's why they're being followed. Jan, she talks to Michael, and Michael's like, "Yo," she later learned that the whole office only stepped together, and she's embarrassed because it's Michael Scott, right? And it's sad because we see Michael get heartbroken, but then we realize that him and Jan are gonna happen. You realize it's not about Jan being a bad person. It's not about Jan. She had a vulnerable moment, and she slept with Michael. She made a mistake, and Michael, he fell in love with her. So this episode is really good because we're moving aside from The Office in itself, and we're moving a bit more in a life. And who better life to choose than Michael Scott? Because in the beginning, he's a manager, one of the most important character, right? Even hierarchy wise, it shows, and it's just a solid episode. It just feels different, you know. We got these. This also, it's so good because we're seeing performance review. We're seeing Pam who's nervous. She's not gonna get a good performance review. We see Jim that don't care. We see Stanley who wants to get a bonus. But we also see Dwight and Angela, who are like, "Yo, this is something to help me improve myself. This is something I'm looking forward to." And there's a really cool scene where, again, this is why I don't hate Jim. I like Jim. I think he's charismatic. I think he's talented. But you feel bad because Dwight says, "Oh, it's Thursday," and it's Friday, but it's Thursday. So the next day he's not working. He thinks he's not working, but he's working. So as a good friend, you should tell him, "Hey, no, we're Thursday. Come tomorrow." And it's a funny joke because Jim's like, no, it's Friday. So he gets right in trouble. It's sad because doing so, Jim called his friend and say, "Hey, we still have plan for tomorrow, Saturday." And the first thing Dwight do is he helped Jim by saying, "Hey, it's Saturday tomorrow," right? So you see, in one way, we're seeing Dwight help Jim, but when it's time to return the favor, Jim doesn't give a shit. I think this is sad. There's a lot of really good thing. It's cool because, as I said, Michael gets these suggestion which are demeaning, but then Jan, she protects him. So there is this kind of cool. It's kind of like it's just really cool thing. And she tells him, "Why?" I ask her, "Why don't you like me?" And Jan actually shut out because she tells him, "Yo, you're obnoxious. It's your personality. You suck." And I think Michael will need to hear that because Michael, although he's one of my favorite characters, he's a character that I like. I think often he sucks. He sucks. The way he acts, it's not cool. So yeah, that's the show. That's the episode.